Do you know that your house could be a fire hazard?
But don't panic, because we have some simple fixes just to keep you safe.
Thank you, Heather, for coming to talk with us again today. Just give us some of the safety tips or things that we can do to prevent fires.
Hi, everybody. Thank you all for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to come back and talk. So last time we talked about smoke alarms. So I want to do a quick recap, if you don't mind. So first of all, install smoke alarms in every bedroom, inside every bedroom, right? And outside sleeping areas and on every level, including your basement. Okay? Make sure that you test your smoke alarms monthly. And because we just had the time change, I'm sure everybody in here has replaced their smoke alarm batteries, right?
Sure.
Good answer. Okay. Yay. Okay. Time change is the best time to do it. And then second of all, so we'll move along to smoke alarm. Did we talk about carbon monoxide detectors last time?
No.
No, we didn't? Okay. Well, good. We'll talk about carbon monoxide and then we'll move along. So install CO detectors outside sleeping areas, very much like your smoke alarms, right? And then test them monthly and replace batteries at least once a year. Now, how do you know if you need a CO alarm?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. How do you know which one you need?
Do you have any gas appliances in your house?
I don't. No.
Then you don't. Second question. Do you have a garage attached to your house?
No.
Then no, you don't need a smoke alarm, a CO alarm. There you go. Problem solved.
Only if you have gas.
Gas appliances.
All right.
And if you have a garage attached to your house. Because, I know that we're coming out of winter. Well, we're in like fake southern spring, right? But if you have a car that's attached, your garage that's attached, and you turn on your car to kind of warm it up, right? So all of that carbon monoxide will build up, and then it seeps into your house, and then you can get carbon monoxide poisoning just from turning on your car and trying to get it warmed up.
Wow. Well, I do warm mine up, but I thank God I don't have a garage.
Well, you can in Iredell County, but do you know that if you're in Mecklenburg County that you cannot actually crank your car and leave it unattended?
Wow.
That's illegal in Mecklenburg County. And there's some other, but locally, that is a thing. So what would you like to talk about? Fire extinguishers, cooking?
Let's talk about cooking, since we've had a fire not too long ago dealing with a cook stove.
We did. We absolutely did. So first of all, stay in the kitchen, right? So first and foremost, stay in the kitchen, because a lot of the times as women, we get pulled in 15 bazillion directions, right? So we're cooking something on the stove, the phone rings, well, now I have to go to the bathroom. Well, let me go ahead and get the clothes from the washer into the dryer, and before you know it, now you have a kitchen fire, right? So the stove is on fire, whatever. So let's just make sure, number one, we stay inside the kitchen. Number two, keep pot handles turned inward. I think I talked about that last time. I totally ratted out my stepdad because he had his pot handles like out. And that's a big thing, especially if we have young children, grandchildren. Maybe we're keeping babies. They reach up to the stove to see what's in there, and then they pull that, and then it falls right down on them and it burns them severely. So that's a big one. Keep towels and combustibles away from the burners. I think we also said last time, hey, pull up your sleeves. Okay, so these sleeves, especially like your sleeves, are a little bigger, right? That's a fire hazard because it very quickly can catch on fire, and then, well, now we have to disrobe very quickly, right? Smother it.
So if we had a fire to break out, what would be the first thing that we should do?
Well, where's the fire? Where's it?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen on the stove, and you're not on fire.
Right.
Okay, so can you take a lid and cover the pot? Can you do that? So I tell my kiddos, treat it like the Waffle House, smother and cover. Okay. So again, if you're standing right there and something flares up, you have control, right? Pseudo control. You just move that lid that should be on your counter over on top of your pot, and then you've gotten rid of the oxygen. Okay. So you've smothered it just by covering it.
So the fire is uncontrollable because of the oxygen.
So fire needs three things to thrive. So you have oxygen, heat, and fuel. So if You're frying bacon on the stove, for instance, and, grease splatters, right? So if we can just put that lid over top, then we're good. Now, if it's in the oven, turn off your oven. Don't pull anything out. Keep it in your oven. Just turn it off, because now we're getting rid of the heat and we're taking away the oxygen because it's already in the oven, which is meant for high heat. Okay. So, and so is your microwave.
Oh, wow.
So we have a lot. Summer is coming, and a lot of kids, the kids cook, right? So they're reheating Arby's or Chick-fil-A. Some of those wrapper papers have metal on them, right? So if they throw that metal wrapper into the microwave and they hit, 3 minutes, it's going to catch fire. Wow. Leave it in the microwave. Do not pull it out, okay? Because your microwave is meant for high heat. All you got to do is cut the power off. Then you can call the fire department. And then we can bring our big old giant fans and suck all the smoke
out.
And the smell.
The smoke will really get you.
It will. Yeah. It'll make you sick and cough. Blah, blah.
Wow. That's something.
So those are your big things. Those are your big cooking things. So one of the things that I try to instill in my seniors is go to the dollar store and get one of those little egg timers. And if you absolutely have to walk away, put that egg timer and use that egg timer to make sure that you go back into the kitchen.
Because that little ding will bring you back.
It will. Now, my preference is you stay in the kitchen, right? But the same could be said for grilling. So if we're grilling, it's, summer, springtime, right? So we're all grilling. It's lovely outside. It's like 80 degrees. It's 85 degrees outside. So, why not grill outside? So let's talk about some grilling safety tips. Make sure that your grill is not right at your back door or not inside your garage if you have one that's attached. Pull it out. Okay, we want to have at least a 3-foot space. I would tell you 10. So I always tell our kids, I realize that's not double, but I would tell you, you need the space, okay? Because if something were to catch on fire, to flare up, you don't want to impede your escape route,
right?
Okay? So make sure that that's pulled out. Make sure that you're not adding additional fuel sources.
Like gasoline?
Yes, you know exactly what I was alluding to. I wasn't going to be naughty, but yes. Make sure you use what you're supposed to use and you don't add additional, right?
Okay.
So if we're using charcoal, don't pour gasoline on top to make it, right?
Yeah.
That's not good. Let's not do that.
To make it get hotter.
Right. Yeah, let's not do that.
All right.
Yeah. So let's just kind of be aware. And then if you're using charcoal, make sure that you've stood there, you've raked the coals, your fire is out. Keep pouring water, flood it until it's gone, and don't transfer that for like 48 hours.
Okay.
Is kind of that would be the gold standard if you could wait 2 days, right?
All right. Well, everyone, you've heard that from Heather. So we want you to be especially careful when you're cooking inside and outside this summer. So thank you for watching Keys to Home. Just remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.